Hello whiskey lovers and welcome to another one of Mark's Whiskey Ramblings. It's finally here, the third and final installment in the Frames of Freedom whiskey series from Dram4Charity. You'll remember that this whiskey collective from Belgium actually selects single casks, then limited to 60 bottles for each release, and releases them to, to support the research into ALS, that terrible disease that many people suffer from. One of them, a Belgian forerunner, Mr. Alain Verspect, who turned AI artist. He created these wonderful labels. Now, the third installment here is a Dailuaine. A Dailuaine 10 years old. Now, I'll be honest, I haven't got the best of experiences with Dailuaine. Not because of the whiskey, but as you can see here, when we visited it in 2024, it was the shortest visit to a distillery ever because we were simply chased off the premises. All right, fair enough. They had a big placard that said, no visitors allowed, keep off the premises, etc., etc. But still, they could have, we didn't want to visit. We weren't really visitors. We just wanted to take some pictures. Anyway, back to the whiskey. So, Dram4Charity's releases are now complete for this year. Let's hope they do it again next year. They started off with a wonderful Caol Ila, and then we had the surprisingly good Craigellachie, and now they've selected a 10 years old Dailuaine. Now this is bottled at 52.6% ABV, and now judging by the color of the sample that I got, this might in fact be a bourbon cask. Now you'll remember from the previous videos as well that Dram4Charity does not divulge the cask type on their label, so it's a bit of a secret, a bit of an adventure, a guessing game, I suppose. But this one is quite bright indeed. This is a bright golden, clings slightly to the glass, so it's going to be quite oily as well, I think. But I guess it's a safe guess that this might have been a bourbon cask. Let's find out. The Dailuaine, 10 years old, on the nose. Oh, crispy. This is a spring fresh nose indeed. I get all of orchard fruits, you know. Crispy young apples. There is even a soft hint of kiwi in there. A bit of vanilla. A bit of nuttiness as well, but it's mostly spring fresh. This is spring in your glass, which is perfect on a day like this. Quite lovely, quite approachable as well. It's very easygoing, a card player's whiskey, on the nose at least. Let's find out if it is on the palate. Perfect continuation of the nose. Spring fresh, orchard fruit, apples, pears, bit of kiwi in there, but a nice spiciness as well. Spices seriously kick in now. A perfect balance is achieved between, on the one hand, the fresh fruity notes, and on the other hand, the quite spicy notes from the oak casks. This is, wow, lovely, lovely. And despite the fact that, well, the 52%, is it 52.6%, does give it some extra depth and weight. Makes it a bit a bold whiskey, but nevertheless, it is still extremely quaffable, to be honest. Right on the finish. Nice. Nice, long, satisfying, sweet and fruity, but most of all, quite spicy. Well, a lovely, lovely conclusion of this Frames of Freedom whiskies with labels designed by Alain Verspect, who is an AI artist, despite the fact that he suffers for years now from ALS and is paralyzed from the neck down. Still, he is able to do this sort of thing and raise awareness and raise money into the research for ALS, that terrible, terrible disease. So, sipping whiskey for a good cause, what's not to like, especially considering the fact that all three of these were actually lovely, lovely whiskies and very friendly priced. Let's not forget. So, all of these were less than 100 euros for a bottle. Cask strength whiskey, really? Wow. Wow, that is just, fingers crossed. Let Dram4Charity, kudos to you guys, but please, please, please do it again next year. And that's all for this Whiskey Rambling, and I hope to see you at one of Mark's Whiskey Ramblings real soon. Until then, May the malt be with you. Bye-bye.